Viva la Book It!
Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast for the fans, by the fans. We book, rebook, and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, Lil X Fudge, and today we are without our GM, Damone D Money, so our rhythm is thrown off to open us. But we do have the bad guy, Kenny,
Oh, yeah!
and the. Were you here last week, Mike?
No.
The first return of Hi-Fi Mike.
Party on, Garth.
So along with the return of Hi-Fi Mike this week, we are going to be bringing back one of our old Book It staples in terms of your entertainment for this week. We are still between Book It Verse 4 and the fallout there, and the soon coming Book It Verse 5. But in the meantime, we are speculating, we're doing our thing, we are booking wrestling. And this week will be no different as we re-enter the Hot Mimosa Time Machine. Now, for those unfamiliar with the concept of what we do here, we basically take a wrestler or concept and stick it in a time that we think is more fitting. In the past, I believe we've done, CM Punk to ECW. We've done Hollywood Hogan to AEW just to see what would happen. We put MJF in the 80s territories, but we've got a whole new spread for you this week. So our three cases that we're going to be doing is first we're going to put Roman Reigns in the 80s golden era. I'm talking he's beside Hulk Hogan, where nothing works for him. He's beside Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, and all of them. We're going to be putting Eddie Guerrero in the 2010s indie scene. I'm talking like PWG, CZW, wherever he wanted to go. ROH before Tony Khan bought it. He'll be making appearances all around. And then lastly, we'll be putting Abyss into the original ECW back in the 90s and see what gabagool he gets into.
Wow.
So, Hi-Fi Mike, will you load my document, please?
I want to know what he's going to be doing with the Capicola.
He's going to be putting thumbtacks in it. What do you think?
Tony Soprano. I'll fix it. You keep talking.
So, I was going to ask before I spoke, where do we exactly want to put Roman Reigns? What do we think is going on?
So I'm assuming he's at his best, which would be Tribal Chief.
Get close to your microphone.
I think get close to mine.
Yeah. You are way too far away from it.
All right. How about now? How am I
Well,
sounding
that's
now?
a little bit better. Where is your microphone? Are we going to do... I got to do this with you too? Can you put it close to your face so I can see how loud it gets?
It is. But I mean, of course I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, well, that might...
jump Mike after the show. It's okay.
It's a $20 mic. You need to get closer.
Yeah,
It's going to fall off. Can't get any closer.
I'm about to Hot Mimosa Time Machine myself to Ohio just to whoop Mike's ass.
Look, man, we...
I was going to say, it's right
There-
here. It's close.
you sound better.
I can't get any closer.
No, you sound better. Now that you're closer...
All right. This is about to fall off the table. All right. So, Roman in the golden era, I'm assuming he's at his best. So,
Yeah.
Tribal Chief.
Hopefully. I don't know. They might like the big dog.
I don't think that would work in this. And on
Hey,
top
look.
of that, too, because with it being the 80s, he's not going to be in all black, knowing how they dressed back then. I don't think anybody wore all black back then. I think he'd probably be like in bright red. Maybe like he might have some red pants, red glove, red everything. Might
Almost
just be in all
like
red.
Bloodline went like bloodline.
Yeah. He's gonna go all out in there. So I'm assuming, but the other thing too, he won't have the bloodline here because it's just him, right?
Yeah, that's true. You would have to use 80s talent, so he'd be chilling up there with Yokozuna.
he could use it. Wouldn't be Yokozuna because he's still technically Japanese in this gimmick. I think he would be with the Wild Samoans, right?
Yeah, assumably so. Um, so that would be his Usos in that sense.
Yeah, it just be the Wild Samoans and Roman. Are we still dominant here, or do you think he is going to be like a mid card? Not mid carder, but just
I don't
not
think
have that
that
championship
the
like that.
tribal chief works the mid card, but I think he's going to have to learn how to navigate um, Vince and Hogan's relationship if he wants us to go anywhere. But Vince hasn't gained his affinity for the Anoa'i family yet because The Rock ain't happened yet.
Hmm. But I feel I don't know with the Rock because he was still doing this stuff before the Rock. If we're gonna be real, like his when he was the tribal chief, you can still pull that gimmick off without the Rock being involved.
Yeah, yeah. I just mean like Vince didn't start like pushing Samoans like as hard until after The
I
Rock
mean, he
happened.
pushed him as Japanese.
Roman Reigns gonna have a racist ass kamikaze bomber gimmick. Um, but I would assume in this like fantasy booking scenario, we want everybody full strength, so he's gonna be in the main event picture, um, even without The Rock having been himself
What
yet.
years is the golden
Uh,
era exactly?
I think it's like 83 to like um let's get the exact years. I think it's like 83 though. WWF Golden Era. That is um 84 to 93 specifically, it says.
84. Okay, so Yokozuna could have been
That's what I
around
saw
that
too.
time.
Mine says 84-92, but that's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking because you were talking about the Yokozuna. He definitely pushed Yokozuna, and that was pre-Rock.
So
Yeah.
since I don't think Paul Heyman's Paul Heyman yet here, so I think his manager would be like Mr. Fuji or Bobby the Brain Heenan, right?
I mean, be Bobby Brain Heaton. Let's not. Let's just cut it as it is. He's gonna be managed by Bobby the Brain.
So he's with Bobby the
It's either
Brain.
that or Jimmy Hart.
Let's go,
Ooh.
Bobby.
I
No, let's
mean,
go
Bobby would be a parallel to Paul Heyman, but Jimmy Hart would be fun.
Jimmy Hart would be fun and he'd be like all slimy,
And
but
then,
I think
right.
I think he'd be too likable, and like I feel like they'd be more straight heel in this era. Like they would not be getting cheered like they were in the 2020s. Like people would hate them because they'd just be like the people beating down the baby faces and you know getting that like real heat on them because like there wasn't like cool heels as much back then. Like people hated the heels and cheered the faces. That was what you're supposed to do. So he would not be like getting over.
No.
Do we want to have a Sami Zayn where they have an honorary Oos in there?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like
Unless
this is
unless you
fine.
make it Macho Man, no. Could be
Macho Man
Macho
as the
Man.
honorary Oos would be fire though.
It would be kind of fire.
Like if he turned heel to like get back
Oh
at Hogan or
yeah, the
something.
honorary Oos. I can't do the voice. I fucked up my throat earlier.
Honorary Oos, so yeah. Like imagine if like the Mega Power split or some shit, and like
And he became an Oos,
he sold out to get Roman the title. Because one other thing is that we have to determine if he's actually going to get the belt. Because like how many heels really did get it off Hogan? Not many.
I was
I
gonna say
mean,
at this point, Hulk Hogan would have to be. It sucks, but Hulk Hogan would have to be Cody in this situation.
Yeah, but he was like Cody, and he was 2020's Roman though, because he was always holding the belt.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but in this case, he's gonna have to drop it for about 2 years, and have have Roman have it for about 2 years. Then Hulk Hogan ends up
I
beating him.
say that Hogan gets it back. That's just how it
Yeah.
works. And that's why the Macho Man.
Because back then, when it wasn't like as solid like episodic TV, they did not
Well,
have
it's
baby
'cause
faces on the hunt. They had Hulk
Macho Man
Hogan
could be the
Hogan.
honorary
That
Uso,
shit.
honestly.
But
I
yeah,
feel like Macho Man could. I feel like Macho Man would be good in that role.
Macho Man honorary Uso, and we could say he turns on Hogan to
Yeah.
get Roman the belt.
No. Not turn on Hogan. He would turn on Roman the same way Sammy turned on him.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
yeah. I mean, we don't need to rehash the exact storyline.
But I'm just saying you can still do it, but different is what I'm saying. You can still
Yeah.
do that different.
Well, I was thinking like how he would join up with Roman in the first place because like they were like the mega powers, and then obviously Macho Man would get sick of being like second to Hogan, so it makes sense like, hey, fuck you, Hulk Hogan, and then go and help Roman win the belt. If that tracks.
I hear you.
Because
I mean, it
if
would.
Hulk Hogan's gonna lose
I
the
don't
belt in the '80s, it's got to be on some bullshit.
it's like with him being the bitter, jealous guy in the story. I don't know. I feel like when he does turn face, it wouldn't hit as hard.
Yeah,
So I feel like with this, you kind of have to go that Sammy route and have him be like, okay, even though he's on a heel team, he's the guy that shines, and we love him for him. And then when he does finally turn on Roman after being disrespected, you can turn that into a feud because Roman versus Macho Man in that era would go crazy.
yeah. So maybe he turns on Roman to form the Mega Powers.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do
Yeah, I
that.
mean, the
You
mega
still
powers
look
don't explode till '93, so
Really, it was that late?
pretty sure. I could be wrong.
What? I thought that was like '80s shit. I did not know the
No,
Mega
I'm
Powers.
wrong. It is not '93.
When was
Is
it?
it?
87 to 89.
Okay,
Yeah,
that tracks.
I'm
I was
thinking
about to
something
say, if that
else.
happened in the '90s, what in the hell?
I think I'm disposing some number somewhere, but
87, 89, that tracks. So he turns on Roman to form the Mega Powers. So I'll say, how does Roman even get the belt to begin with? Like, if
He can
Hogan's
take.
going to win it back from him, how is he going to beat Hogan?
Mm, you can have Hogan on his big run.
Yep.
Then he loses it cheating. Like he Roman cheats to get it.
Yep.
And this actually no. You could have him do a triple threat match. Roman never beat Hulk Hogan at that time. He didn't beat Hulk Hogan at the time. But every time Hulk Hogan would try to get his shot, he
Mm.
gets screwed over by the Wild Samoans and Bobby the Brain Heenan every time.
That makes sense because, like, Hogan would say, that doesn't work for me, brother. And then, like,
So that way Hogan
it
still
doesn't
looks
have
strong
to.
in this
He's
case. He
going
still
to pin
looks strong.
Randy. Like,
But he still looks strong, but it's just the fact that he's getting jumped every time and he
who
can't
is
do
he
anything.
pinning? Like, who is Roman pinning to win the belt?
We can have him pin. I'm trying to think who he could pin. When did Ultimate Warrior come in?
Um,
I
was
hope
it?
it's 1993 because I really want something to finally be in '93.
Ultimate Warrior was a little later on.
It can be
Yeah, he got
Sergeant
90.
there in
Slaughter. Sergeant
87.
Slaughter.
Oh,
Damn
Sergeant
it.
Slaughter.
Yeah, because at this
Yeah.
point, Sergeant Slaughter was over. He's a good face.
Was
that you
he
can use.
like in his like pro Iraq gimmick yet?
Wait. You might be right.
Like Team with Iron Sheik? I have to look at when did Sergeant Slaughter turn heel? I have to do a lot of googling here because like I don't watch this era hardly ever.
Yeah, I was
Besides
gonna say I don't like this era.
whenever I just want to like look at it.
Oh,
It's good
we're
background.
good. That wasn't until 1990. We're good.
Okay, so Sergeant Slaughter turned heel. That makes sense. Like go for. So he pinned Sergeant Slaughter in a triple threat. Not Hogan
Yeah, Hogan
because
keeps getting
yeah,
screwed over
Vince
by.
got to glaze both these guys. I bet Vince would be suffering during this because he's got his two biggest like glazing projects, and he's got to keep them both happy at the same time.
Well, with this, like I said, you can still make Hogan strong. He still wins matches if it's 1-on-1, but whenever he gets a shot at Roman or anything like that, he gets screwed over every single time.
Yeah,
And this storyline goes on for about 2 years, I would say.
And that's how you build a babyface chasing a title.
Yep.
The babyface is
yeah, with
almost
every
never
shot.
supposed to get the title because once the babyface gets the title, man, there's nothing there.
that's the thing. That's like our episodic brain. That's the Stone Cold brain. Stone Cold was better not holding the belt than he was holding the belt. But
Right,
with
because
Hogan,
it's better for a babyface to chase the title.
It is. You're right. That's just not how they booked
And that's
Hogan.
what every time you see people complain about, oh, this run is bad because his face has it. Every single time, it's always the narrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't please the fans.
You can never please the fans because once they get it, then what? Then they've got to lose it eventually,
Yeah. And everybody just wants the fantasy book
and then
ahead.
they got to win it again. But during the run, they usually have a pretty terrible run according to fans.
Yeah. Because, like, Hangman's going to beat Moxley, but, like, or
But
at least I
then what?
hope. Right. But, yeah.
So then
they're
either
not fantasy booking out to who beats Hangman.
you gotta beat him or you gotta turn him.
Yeah.
So in this era, so let's name some of the people that Roman beat along the way.
Okay, so Roman beats like who's his pool of contenders during his reign? And we're saying he's reigning from 85 to 87.
Yeah, let's do that. 85,
I
87.
guess you do put Ultimate Warrior there, right?
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior's got to be one of them. Like he
But
seems like he has a chance. He can be like how Drew McIntyre was like, oh, he might win this for real. Like have him be that.
Like Ultimate Warrior be debuting too, so he could still like get put over later by Hogan.
Lex Luthor. No, Luger was later, right?
I think he was after Hogan left.
Yeah, he was around early 90s. I think we could put Ricky Steamboat in here.
Yeah.
Because yeah, more baby faces would have to get title shots. Because like the reason that most baby faces stayed in the mid card is because Hogan held the belt forever.
Yeah,
and then while he was facing heels.
This case, we're building.
Yeah, we got to get more baby faces up to the main event from the mid card.
I think Dusty Rhodes needs to be in here too.
Damn, whoop father and son.
Yeah, he got to beat him. But this time, Rhodes doesn't come out on top. So we can still get Cody's story.
Once he gets back in the time machine.
Yeah. Should he go up against the heel?
What? Maybe a heel gets like really over?
I was thinking like because I got Ric Flair in mind, but I also got
Ric Flair was in WCW, right?
He made stops in WWF though.
In '93. That was 93.
Was that late?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to do Ric Flair. That's fine. Because if he's going to be the most cheating guy in the game, we can't have him go up against Roman for this.
I'm pretty sure that was '93. I hope
maybe
so.
you can do. Maybe you can have Andre the Giant face him. That can be kind of like your Brock and Roman match. That'll be like the heavyweights, so that way we can see Roman not dominate, but have a challenge for himself
that
as
was
well.
1991.
I think of that. We got to think of Andre the Giant.
Left.
Who would the fans cheer for in that case?
God damn it!
I think in this case, you don't have Andre the Giant as a heel. He's just kind of like just a spectacle, kind of like your Omos. Like he's not really a face, not really a heel. He's just he's big. Like he's like
Ric Flair went.
For him.
I just gotta say, Ric Flair went back to WCW in 1993. So something did happen in '93. Case closed.
Okay.
That's all Mike cares about.
That's it. I just needed to find something that happened in '93.
I didn't realize what you were doing just now. I just thought you were just saying like, no.
93 was not that eventful of a year, but I guess we got Ric Flair going back to WCW. There was somebody I had in mind. What about Junkyard Dog? Was he a babyface or a heel?
Junkyard Dog was a babyface, but he was never really over like that, though.
No, he wasn't really over like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I figured that was
fucking. I guess Rick Rude was a.
He's a
Rick
heel.
Rude was a
He's a heel. I mean, you could throw a heel in there.
Hold up, we got to get a list.
I'm just going off the top of my head, which isn't very good.
I just don't watch a whole lot of Golden Era.
That's not my thing either.
No, it's been a while since I have. I usually start.
He could beat Hacksaw.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Yeah. Hacksaw was over as shit.
We could do that. We can do Hacksaw.
Was he main event over?
He was a mid Carter, but we have to elevate. He was well. That's the thing, though. We have to put mid Carters as baby faces because Hogan was facing the heels in every main event.
Yeah, I get it.
Hogan
Fuck you, Hogan.
Babyface main eventer.
And then
It's Ultimate
I think
Warrior.
we can do Tito Santana, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Tito
fine.
Santana.
Yeah,
They
they're not
said
having that many
Neidhart,
events.
Shawn Michaels. This
Yeah,
is not
Most
gold band.
most of the
this
shit was a fucking house show back then. So
yeah. I was gonna say they wasn't doing like they wasn't doing the big shows like that. So
you
yeah,
got like really had like 4 pay-per-views a year, if even.
Well,
And
even with
all the
4 pay-per-views
shows,
a year, we got to get 8
all the
contenders.
shows back then were just to sell the pay-per-view.
There we go. So he's beaten Ultimate Warrior, Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, Hacksaw, and Tito Santana. And then he'll eventually lose to Hogan in '87 when Macho Man turns babyface.
yeah.
So I'll put that back up here to form the Mega Powers.
I feel like we booked them pretty good, especially for that era. I'm not really a fan of that era, but we booked them pretty good.
Yeah, it gives like Hogan a break and probably keeps him fresh so that by the '90s people don't hate him as much.
Yeah.
But I don't know because like fans' mindset was so different back then.
And I feel like the heel turn for him when he goes to NWO would be bigger too, because it's like, man, we saw you chase this title like that, and this is how you treat us.
You have to
So-
imagine later on when they both end up in WCW together, because after all this, who becomes the third man then? Do you keep? Is it Roman? Or is
I
it
think
Hogan?
for that
I-
still remains the same. I think
So Hogan's the third man, but instead of Sting, it's Roman in the rafters.
that would be insane. That would be crazy. So
That
now
would be-
Roman's the good guy now.
Or hear me out.
Yeah. By the time they both end up in WCW, that
Roman
still all
probably
happens.
stays and like just has to put Sean over, like has to put Brett over.
Nah, man, Roman definitely leaves because at that point he'd be an old guy. He's no longer a young guy. Because
Yeah.
if we're putting up again in the same time as this, by that time he probably would have gotten a WCW contract because they were just giving
plus
it away.
Modern day Roman's an asshole, so he'd be the type to go to WCW for the check.
I mean, I would think so because at that point he'd be over the hill, and WCW's pushing young guys.
So we'll say he goes to WCW for a fat contract in the '90s. That's his ending.
Yep. And becomes Sting.
Or he becomes Goldberg.
Creative control.
Crow Roman goes wild.
Yuck. Yuck.
He just does what Goldberg does, which he kind of already does what Goldberg does. But
No, he's coming. I'm telling you, Roman's coming down from the rafters. He's coming down and like beating people up with bats. It's all doing. He's doing everything Sting did. That's my happy ending.
Exactly to a T.
Exactly.
He pulls off his Ulafala and shows another Ulafala.
to the point that in 2024 he was Darby Allin's manager.
Yuck. Yeah.
Hey, this timeline's cursed.
Everybody wants to fight Undertaker still.
Right. We never
That's
got
the one
Roman
time where
versus
they want
Taker.
Roman versus Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So Eddie in the
Wolfpack
Indies,
Roman.
the first thing we got to ask about Eddie on the Indies is what version of Eddie are we giving him?
Okay. Now, if it's me choosing, I'm going with the short hair with the little highlights, with the little blonde.
Oh no! Hell no! Please
That's
no.
the best version.
God no.
So you're thinking
What?
like right before he
Is
died?
that the later? That's the late. You're talking later,
Yeah,
Eddie?
that's the best.
No.
That's the best version. When he
No,
can, you
no,
feel
no,
the heat. And he has the lowrider.
96
Microphones
to
for
98
WCW pull.
when he was the fucking he did that indie style. When he after he
His moveset didn't change though. He still had all the same moves. The
I
only
will
thing was
say,
different
like-
was he had that Three Amigos later on in his career. He wasn't doing that back in the day. But he-
05 Kenny, like he did get a little slower, but that was because his health problems were already starting to kick in.
yeah, but that's the best version of him though. Like I'm talking about like
I
that,
did like
when
his
he
like
beat with
look
Rey
and
Mysterio to beat Brock Lesnar for the belt. Like that version of Eddie.
I
showed it.
Sean Paul did comment saying SmackDown 6 version, which is kind of in between.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
Well,
best
Kenny,
way.
the highlights in like the cell phone intro. That's like a few years after SmackDown 6. You're thinking that's like right before he died.
I'm just saying like that era. Like I'm talking about that time
Yeah.
frame when
Like
he's.
04 was like his big like championship push, so like 04 would make sense.
I'm talking about a little bit after he left the Los Guerreros and he's by himself.
Okay, so you're talking like 04 cuz yeah, when he got the highlights though, that's like when he gets a lot bigger and like his health problems are kicking in, so he's not quite there, but like 04, 03, I'm with you.
But I thought he had been had the highlights though.
No, he didn't get him till like near the end.
Well, that's what I mean. That era, I would say 04 to 06. That's what I'm talking about. 04 to
Oh
06.
06 he did.
Or,
Like
you know me, like that
yeah. So
era.
I'm gonna say 04. Yeah, that's when he's like world champion, like
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah.
I do agree that he's a little faster in the 90s, but like he was still
He was
until
still good.
'05,
He
he
was
was
still
still
great.
fast.
It wasn't like he was slow to the point you really noticed it like that.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't notice
He was
until
still
like
Eddie.
3 months till he died. Like then he's
When
like
he
he also
actually
put
had
on
a heart
some weight
attack.
during that time too. So like he was like jacked as shit. Um, so we were doing world champion Eddie, like ruthless aggression, and so I think we have a few questions remaining. Like, does he affiliate with Bullet Club, and like
Oh,
like is he going to be in the Bullet Club or is he going to oppose them? Because like this is like we're talking like Kenny, the Bucks, Cody, in that era of like
see,
the Indies.
I
I
think
was
he
thinking he was
starts
just.
an
But
LWO version of Bullet Club.
Triple H booking be like,
I'm just
yeah, I was
saying.
gonna say I'm not mad at that, but I was thinking like he was on a Matt
Uh,
Cardona kind of thing where he was just going from place to place, just wrestling. I didn't
I
think he was
I
stuck to
I
one.
think a lucha, just straight lucha sect of Bullet Club would be sweet though.
I agree with both those ideas. But like a lot of those guys, like your Kenny Hangman and all them, Cody, were going from place to place like Cardona, but they still like had
I mean,
their
that's
like
what Bullet Club was
home
ever
base
right.
at New Japan, and we're doing that. So it's just like, is he gonna associate with that at all? Is he gonna run with that group? I mean, it would make sense, or if he even was like an op to that group. Because like yeah, he's gonna hit PWG, ROH. He's gonna hit all those guys, but he's probably gonna do some comedy shit on the way. Um, Sean Paul saying he should be fighting off the Bullet Club.
I like him as a heel the most,
Yeah.
so I don't think fighting off the Bullet Club would
Well,
work.
before he goes to the Bullet Club, can we have him have a Matt Cardona run a little bit so that way he kind of builds himself up as a mid, like not mid Carter,
Yeah, I
as
mean, he
an
has to
indie
do
guy.
something to get their attention.
So
Yeah,
you saying like book him with some like feuds and stuff to do
yeah,
before we talk
just
about
some little
like
feuds
his.
before he takes on Bullet Club, so that way
Okay.
he looks strong.
So let's say, do we want to stop in like ROH first, and then we can hit PWG and all that shit
Yeah, we can do
before
that.
New Japan?
Yeah, that's cool with me.
So we're gonna start in ROH. Didn't he wrestle there back in the day, or am I crazy?
He did. He wrestled CM Punk at one point.
Yeah, so he starts in ROH. When do we want to say he does that? Like 20, because he'll be like, we don't want to make him too old. Because like if we do it in like 2017, he'll be pretty old. Um,
We could.
well, we are
Well,
never
we
mind.
got
We
all
don't care about age. We're dropping him prime for
2010s.
prime. We're putting him in prime form. Never mind. My bad.
I mean, if we're gonna start a timeline, I would say probably like 2014,
So he gets to starts in
because he
ROH.
needs time to let it cook, and then I mean by
2014.
2017.
I'm gonna figure out who the champion was around that time. So we
Shoot,
got
it's probably Adam Cole back then.
it was so Michael
2017.
Elgin and Adam Cole, but
Fuck,
I'd rather it
What
be
I
fuck
say?
Adam.
Elgin.
I knew Adam Cole was probably champ. You could do Adam Cole versus Eddie Guerrero. Like Eddie Guerrero would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
pretty good. I feel
So
like.
we're just gonna go straight there. Was Adam Cole doing the Bullet Club thing yet at that point, or was he just being him?
I think he was just Adam Cole then.
Sorry, it's Adam Cole. So we'll say he feuds with, and eventually beats Adam Cole for the ROH title. And of course the ROH title is going to be taken all over the place. So I'm going to pull up some of the roster and see who we can defend against.
Back then.
So who?
No, I was thinking of people back then. Around that
So I
time.
got a list right here. Young Hangman AJ Styles was in ROH at that point.
Jay Lethal was too.
So defends against AJ Styles. Was Jay Lethal there yet?
I think he was.
They had Young Cedric, Chris Hero, Christopher Daniels,
Christopher Daniels versus Eddie Guerrero would be crazy.
Dijak. We throw Christopher Daniels in there. It's basically like he's doing a TV run at that point.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire.
I'm gonna say Dijak in there too, just because I think that would be gas.
Yeah.
Kevin Steen was there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So he's got to face Kevin Steen.
Was Davey Richards there yet? I don't
Davey
remember.
Richards, let me look. Davey Richards was not there.
Okay.
Ethan Page was there before he was really anything. Kyle O'Reilly, Kazarian, Matt Hardy was there for some reason. The Young Bucks, Mark Briscoe, Moose was there. Prince Nana, Rocky Romero, Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong would be a good one. That was back when Roderick Strong was somebody.
There, and he was looking way older then.
Who was?
Tommaso Ciampa. He was looking old as shit back then.
I don't think he was that big yet, though. But I know Roderick Strong would be a good one for him.
Yeah,
that'll be a good one for him.
We'll do Roderick Strong for that other one. Roderick Strong there.
And you said Homicide was there too?
I think Homicide was still in TNA, but I'll double check. Okay. Yeah, Homicide was in TNA.
Okay. I thought I heard you say he was in there. I was like, hey, that would be a good little feud too. Homicide versus Eddie Guerrero?
No, they had like young set. They had a lot of people like before they blew up.
Yeah, I remember Ring of Honor had a stacked roster, low key. They just wasn't. They didn't reach their potential yet.
Yeah.
Because even then, I was like, hey, they're kind of nice.
A young Josh Alexander too. Kushida, Jay Briscoe, Matt Sydal. So yeah, the only one I'd add probably is Jay Lethal. Like on Nigel McGuinness was doing commentary there.
Hey, if DeMelka could be commenting, he could be on the show. What is he doing? That means he's not driving anymore.
I don't know. I've commented on this show and drove before.
Well, you shouldn't. Safe driving.
It's Oklahoma. Ain't nothing safe here. So tours around. He's probably got to do some comedy stuff in Chikara.
You know, he's got to go up against that boy Mike Quackenbush.
Tours around Chikara.
I had a teacher with the name Quackenbush.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. He was a piece of shit.
Hey, Mike Quackenbush, a piece of shit too, but he's great at his job.
That's not where this story was going.
And then I read a story with the guy with his last name in the story was Quackenbush. I don't remember what it was about.
I've never heard that name outside of wrestling.
Yeah, I heard it a bunch of times in high school. And then when there's a wrestler with it, I was like, that's a dumb name. You should change that.
I'm gonna say Chikara's roster like 2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2016 would be good. Yeah, so.
And then I'll do the same for like PWG. Oh, that's like Chikara. They probably didn't really even have a roster. Like
I was gonna say all I remember from back then would be like the Ant Colony, Chuck Taylor,
Trent
um,
Beretta, Tyler Bate was there. Oh, there's Chikara roster and alumni. We're gonna go back to. I think this just says everybody who ever worked there. Brody Lee worked there. Chris Hero,
so I'll put up a
Claudio.
roster for it. We have him go up against Tony Nese.
Oh yeah,
Tony Nese, Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Tyler Bates. At that point, because Chikara, they was kind of doing intergender wrestling too. He can go up against Ruby Riott. Back then, she had a different name, but
Willow Nightingale, I guess, worked for Chikara at some point. Yeah, she was Solo Darling in. And he could probably do like a comedy match with her even, because like nobody was immune to comedy wrestling at that point. Sammy
yeah.
Callahan was there.
I mean, he had his comedic moments too. Remember, he'd be like, he was about to cheat. He would give us a little cue that he's going to cheat, stuff like that. And when he had that burrito,
Yeah.
messed him up. Yeah,
Oh, El Generico was there, so he's got to face El Generico. And then PWG, I have Tommy End. He'll face the Bucks.
who's Tommy in? Is that Aleister Black?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, who is that? Okay,
What's crazy is that when he first debuted in AEW, like he was gonna go as Tommy End, and then he changed to Malachi Black last second. Brian Cage was there. Damn, Chris Hero was in every single roster I look up.
Chris Hero's that guy, man.
Drew Gulak was there. Phoenix was there, so he's got to face Phoenix. Does that mean Penta was there too? Yep.
Most likely.
So he'll face Phoenix, Penta, and PWG. Damn, this tour of matches would be fucking crazy.
He's just fighting the best of the best. And I think we put him in CZW for a little bit too, just for a little bit, just a little
Yeah, Ciampa started looking like Zack Sabre Jr. A young Will Ospreay was there.
Well, he doesn't have to doesn't have to do death matches. He could do like the ladder matches like they had.
Yeah, not everything in CZW is a death match.
Those were the matches I preferred when it wasn't death matches. Those were really good matches. And then the death matches came. I was like,
And Zack Sabre Jr. And then I'll go to CZW here in a minute. Then I'll say he'll do like the multi-man comedy matches too. And then we'll get to his New Japan stuff after CZW.
CZW.
And we'll do like 2017 CZW.
Okay.
Actually, no, we'll stick with 2016 because a lot of people are going to go to WWE in 2017 because that's when they're going to start like making NXT something and scooping up the entire indie scene.
Yeah. They got all the best people they could too.
AR Fox was there as Dante Fox.
Hey.
A young ass Ace Austin.
You can go up against Drew Gulak.
I got him with Drew Gulak and PWG.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And he can go up against Ricochet.
Oh, yeah. Ricochet. Leo Rush.
Swerve.
Damn, he was Maxwell Jacob Feinstein in CZW in 2016.
Put Swerve in there.
Wait, when was Lucha Underground?
Lucha Underground, was it like 20... When was that? Was it like 2014?
No, after that. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Yeah, it was 2014.
Damn.
So there must have been a season out because I didn't start watching wrestling again until like at the tail end of 2014. But mostly 2015 is when I started.
Yeah, it went to 2018, so he can stop in Lucha Underground. Zachary Wentz was in CZW, Leo Rush, Mark Quinn, Speedball, Jonathan Gresham.
Is Lucha Underground on anything? I want to go back and watch that.
No, it's not. I just looked.
Damn.
You can buy it for $1.99 an episode.
Oh no, I don't like it that much. I don't like it that much. I think it was said $1.99 for the whole series. I was like, yeah, I'll
You
do
might
that.
be
But
able to. You might be able. You could probably check like Daily Motion or something.
yeah, I definitely will. I mean, that's how I watch wrestling nowadays. Is Daily Motion.
Rich Swan, and we'll say like he'll face. I'll give him a young. Oh yeah, he's Kill Shot and
Did you put Ricochet in there?
what's Ricochet wrestling under during this?
Ricochet.
Oh, I just don't see him on the roster. I put him on there. Oh,
He's
Homicide was in CZW, so he'll face Homicide there.
Homicide. Come alive.
I just watched Suicide's debut in TNA.
That mess was wild. They really made up a video game character and said, yeah, let's go ahead and bring him to life.
So Mike Santana was there too under Mike Drastic.
He wasn't
They
big
really-
yet, though.
I'll leave it there for CZW. And then
Shout out to Damone. He sent me a link to all the Lucha Underground stuff.
and then we can have him hit New Japan in 2017.
New Japan.
Because then this is when he can start interacting with the Bullet Club. So
who was leading it then?
Chikara 2015. We can say PWG 2016. CZW in 2016 as well. And then New Japan 2017, you can start facing everybody like your Cody, Kenny, and stuff like that.
Yeah, wait. It's 2017 we're doing this for New Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's a reason we should go sooner or later.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. I'm trying to think but who's in Bullet Club back then? Was that Kenny Omega Bullet Club?
So this is when Jericho goes to New Japan. Cody is there. I don't know who's the leader. I'll look that up in a second. Kenny Omega is there though. So
I think Kenny Omega was the leader then. I really
who
do.
was Bullet Club leader 2017? This is just showing that I don't know ball like that.
I got bad memory, so I don't know who was there at what time.
Kenny Omega. Okay. So Kenny Omega's the leader. Kota Ibushi's there. Fucking Cody, Jericho.
So we can have him go up against
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay be a good one. Will Ospreay definitely.
Will Ospreay is not developed yet at this point. Juice Robinson's there.
He was Will Ospreay was still Will Ospreay though.
Hangman was starting to develop.
Because we knew who he was back then. So I would say Will Ospreay he got to go up against. I put him up against Zack Sabre Jr. too.
I did have him face Zack Sabre Jr. in PWG. I think.
Okay, my fault.
But I mean, he'll be facing a lot of these people over and over again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So doesn't Cody have like the new? Let me find the champions then. Doesn't Cody have like the United States title or whatever?
I don't know. I wasn't watching it. I watched highlights, and I can't tell you what year was what.
So Okada was the world champ. And then
I feel like he can go up for that title, but lose it.
So I'm gonna say it goes to fan faces. There is enough lucha talent in New Japan at this point to where he could do like a lucha wing of Bullet Club, because there is like Tiger Mask. There's Ricochet's wrestling in a mask. You got Hachicero, El Desperado, Dragon Lee. Like, you've got some people you can work with.
Yeah.
Shibata still wrestling at that point. Sorry, I'm still looking through the roster. Volador Jr.'s there. Yoshitatsu was there.
I like Yoshitatsu.
What the signal? Not the ad. The roster page is like, "Hi, it's Mr. Moneybags here." Hopefully that didn't go into y'all's audio.
I couldn't hear. I heard some commotion, but I couldn't tell what it was.
It scared the shit out of me. Chucky T, Cody, Davey Boy Smith. Okay.
I think we're good though, because like once he fights those people, he has the feud with the Bullet Club, and he's good to go.
They'll face Cody, Kenny, Hangman, anybody else in Bullet Club that he really needs to face. Marty's there, but fuck Marty, he don't matter. Tama Tonga's still there.
And Tongaloa.
We don't want to think about that. He'll face Ibushi. He's still there. Ibushi, and then he can say starts like Lucha Wing of Bullet Club.
Yep. Then he can retire.
Starts Lucha Club.
There you go.
And then he can retire because he did everything he needed to do before he left.
Yep. Beats Okada for the belt. Loses it.
I was just say retires with it. He steals it.
Well, he's gonna lose it to, I'm gonna assume, Kenny. Retires and
Steals
manages.
the belt.
Well, actually, before he retires, he's got one more stop. And then he's gonna go to Lucha Underground, and that's where he's gonna retire.
He can go there as a manager at Lucha Underground. He don't need to wrestle no more.
Yeah, him and fucking Conan.
Yeah. And technically, this will be like towards the end of it.
Vampiro.
Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Maybe he saves it.
They get a 5th season.
Yeah. We know we're making that canon. They get a 5th season.
Due to Eddie Guerrero saving it.
They're the original Netflix wrestling before the Fed. So we spent a lot of time on Eddie getting those dream matches, but there was just so much good indie like competition for him back then. So now we are to Abyss in ECW. So I think the question mainly is, when do we drop him? Because like, you know,
I think he should just be there the whole time. Just be there the whole time.
Like drop him in like what, 96, like in the prime years, or should he be there with like just Foley and Funk in like 94?
I would say when he should be there when it's in its prime.
Okay, so let's say he arrives in 96 and goes to 2000.
Yeah. He's there till then.
So do we want to have him associated with anybody when he arrives in 96, or do we just want to keep him on his own?
Keep him on his own. He can just be another Mankind. At this
Okay.
point, just put on some crazy matches.
Arrives in 96. I'd say he like attacks like a babyface. Let's take a look at the landscape of ECW in 1996.
He can attack Sandman.
96.
No reason to go against that.
Yeah, he could just attack Sandman. Sandman was big enough back then.
Because he'd probably be a heel the whole time just because he's so menacing.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to try to do like a whole lot of like super deep stories like TNA tried to do. They're just going to have him showing up, beating the shit out of people, being crazy, and then people going out of the way to beat the shit out of him. ECW had a few deeper stories, but they didn't like to go very deep very often. So he attacks and feuds with Sandman. So I'm gonna go ECW. I'm gonna get the roster of ECW. We'll say like.
So he's feud with the Sandman when he first comes in.
Yeah.
Then he can.
Roster.
I feel like he should take apart FBI. He should just go destroy them all. At one point, just to show how menacing he is. It's kind of like, man, one man's taking them all out. He can take out all of FBI.
Maybe like the Gangsters too.
I feel like he should feud with them, not destroy.
That's like Kingpin.
I feel like he should destroy. He should destroy FBI.
I was thinking of the Baldies, not the Gangsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the Baldies are weaker. Yeah. Gangsta's is New Jack and Mustafa. Baldy's is Angel and I forget. I don't even remember the other guy's name.
Wait, in the gangsters?
In the Baldies,
I
that's
don't remember.
Kingpin. That's Kingpin Angel and the other guy.
I was gonna say I don't remember the Baldies like that.
They were like a lower card tag team. So we'll say destroys low card tag teams. Why am my font all off? That's what happens when I use caps lock.
It
Uh,
was Vito the Skull, Lagrasso, PN News, Red Dog, Tony DeVito, Rod Price, Vic Grimes, and Angel.
so it's destroy low card tag teams.
Like
And
by himself too.
actions by himself. And then we'll say such as FBI,
BWO.
BWO,
Said the Baldies.
all these. The Eliminators were booked too strong. The Pitbulls were too. Public Enemy was pretty strong then.
No, I would say just them. 3 teams is enough.
Okay, so he's just like the faction destroyer. And the Baldies.
Yeah.
Das Baldies make him German. So then I think at some point, like he should feud with like Spike Dudley, and like Spike should be the first one to beat him.
You think he should beat him?
Yeah, because that was what Spike Dudley did. Was like he'd face people, get the shit beat out of him, and then somehow win.
I was thinking he'd lose.
You
Like
just
bad.
want to kill Spike Dudley.
Yeah, he should be destroying Spike Dudley. Especially
I
with
love watching
this
Spike
Prime
Dudley.
Abyss. He should be tossing him.
Oh yeah, he's still going to toss him. Like,
No, I mean like hurting him. like golly, how could he get up from that? I also put him against like Mikey Whipwreck.
next feuds with Spike Dudley. So how long we having him go undefeated for, or like maybe till he faces like an RVD or like a Sab or something?
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe even have Tommy Dreamer be the one to beat him.
Oh, Tommy Dreamer, yeah. This beats.
Damone said John trying to
I'll
have
say,
him.
Does like, well, Flaming Table Spot with Spike's been done a few times, but just like,
I mean, have him toss him out the ring. There's nothing there to catch his fall. No table, nothing. Just straight concrete.
Black Hole slams him on the fucking concrete.
Yeah, something like that. Does Terry Funk show up around this time?
Yes, Terry Funk just showed up whenever. Super Crazy was there too.
Yeah, I remember Super Crazy was there, but I wouldn't have Super Crazy beef with him though. He could maybe lose to him on like a one-off, but not a whole feud.
Yeah.
I think Terry Funk should feud with him. He can be one of the people that could beat him.
Terry Funk poses real threat.
Yeah, Terry Funk. I would say Sabu. Maybe have Sabu just lose, but even though it's a great feud between those two.
So that's one that Sabu could win, yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'll have those two. And then I would say Raven and Tommy Dreamer.
What if he took the TV title off of Jerry Lynn?
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, we said Abyss versus Terry Funk. Damone said gotta do Abyss versus Terry Funk. Yeah, I already agree.
Jerry Lynn.
I think the only food we realistically do would be Cactus Jack, but I can't remember if he was there in that time.
Cactus Jack
no,
left by this
96.
point.
He was not there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, he was only there for like 94, 95.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, he's not gonna be there. But maybe have that be the dream. That's like, oh, we want them to finally go at it, and then they don't. I think That's the only ones I can think of that I would put him
Actually,
up
we'll do the
against.
TV title after he loses to Tommy Dreamer because we don't want like so gets his first loss to Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah. And then at that point, he can win or lose like normal. It can be a top guy. But yeah, his first L shouldn't come for a minute. Like I would
Yeah.
say give him like a full year.
Later beats Jerry Lynn for TV title. And I think he should be like a late stage champion, like 99 or something.
I'm not mad at that.
Later beats Jerry Lynn for TV title. Eventually loses it to RVD. Then he should have at least one match with New Jack.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure. It's gonna be some kind of hardcore match between those two.
So feuds with New Jack. I assume he wins that feud.
With New Jack, I was gonna say have New Jack win it.
Because New Jack, the weird thing was, is he was booked strong, but he didn't really win big matches very much.
And I was gonna say have him win it because he don't really win like that. Put a trash can on top of him, lays him on the table, and then jumps off the what you call it, the banister.
Oh yeah, New Jack promos on Abyss would be so funny. He'd be saying some shit like mental health's not real. Then we're gonna go with like kind of into 99. He could feud with Taz and win the world title.
Yeah. And then he defends it against who should defend it against? Should he defend against RVD?
RVD didn't compete for the world title much, did he? Like he was always like, kept in the mid card.
RVD had a world title at one point. I could have sworn he did.
I don't think he actually did. That's the crazy part. He didn't win it till WWE. I'm gonna double check that. But I think I'm right. Because I remember that being like a weird thing about their history.
I could have sworn he had it in the original ECW era.
So Rob Van Dam, yeah. So I just control F Rob on like the ECW title history page, and the first one is 2006.
That's crazy. I could have sworn he got one. What was it? The TV title he had then?
Yeah, he had the TV title all the time because him and Jerry Lynn would like have matches for that. Yeah, he only won it in 2006. Like RVD was never in world title matches. I think it was because like they knew that like he was like gonna be their guy to represent them to WWE or something. They had Sonny as under the name Tammy Lynn Bitch.
I remember that too. That's the thing I was like, I remember
that. So he'll get the belt off Taz.
I remember the bitch part, but I remember her being Tammy Lynn.
I'm gonna pull the 2000 roster and see who I can get to beat Abyss. He'll lose the title in 2000. The SmackDown Hotel is such a great website. Damn, they really lost so many people from 98 to 2000, though.
Yeah, that was when the money was getting bad.
Yeah.
What money?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was when the money was real. No, it was real bad.
There was no money. Yeah.
Yeah, this
they had a little bit before, but yeah, in '98, it was like, yeah, we ain't got nothing for you. Yeah, they were doing it for the love at that point.
Yeah, there's not many options to beat them. In 2000, you could have like Dusty Rhodes was there in 2000.
Yes, he was.
You could have Jerry Lynn do it. Oh, Joey Mercury was there.
Was he?
Joey Matthews, is that him? Yeah, that's Joey Mercury. Joey Mercury's an ECW original.
I never knew that.
I did not either. What?
I never knew.
I'm going to have to look into that later. Joey Mercury, ECW original. Just Incredible was when that's right. Their roster was so thin. Just Incredible was winning belts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's when he was the top guy.
Lance Storm, Nova, Mikey Whipwreck. That was when Mikey Whipwreck was winning belts too.
Have him Loose
Oh,
tip.
Mike
I'm looking at
Awesome
the
was there.
name.
Mike Awesome could be Abyss.
Yeah, Mike Awesome or like Masato Tanaka.
Yeah.
Damone says Rhino.
You could do Rhino.
Was Rhino even there? Rhino was there.
Yeah,
Rhino, I
Rhino
think,
was
was the
there.
last
Rhino was
champion.
definitely there. Rhino was
Yeah.
definitely
But he'll have plenty of time to interact with Rhino and TNA. Mike Awesome won't be with us for much longer. Loses it to Mike Awesome in 2000. Does he go to the Invasion or does he hold out and like go to TNA?
He holds out, goes to TNA.
So he doesn't go to WWE with the Invasion. That's his ending. I like that we added this aspect from this top Hot Mimosa. We did endings for everybody. Goes to TNA. Because
We got to have our hood movie ending where they,
yeah.
they
What's
turn
that
and they
song
say
that you make for
subtitles.
$6?
Oh, I'm hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful for today.
And everybody's
Roman
in a
Reigns.
freeze frame. You get a freeze frame, and it gives words on their future.
Yeah, the
that's
freeze
what,
frame.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they got a bit
Ro-
on the thing.
Right.
Yes,
Roman
I am.
Reigns eventually
He
got his
goes to
fat WCW
TNA.
contract after putting someone over. He never did it again. And then Eddie Guerrero wrestled every indie guy in every indie territory. He ended up starting the next part of the Bullet Club before ditching it for Lucha Underground. It got another season. And then Abyss was ECW champion in 2000. He did not go to the WWE and then continued his TNA career as normal.
And then Kenny wins a third Book It verse. And I'm
I don't know about that.
hopeful.
Skip.
Yes, I am hopeful for today.
Travis quits a third Book It verse.
Take your music and move it. That's hilarious.
We gotta have that song playing at like the end of Book It verse.
We gotta have a copyright-free version.
Yeah. We'll ECW did
feel
it, so
like-
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, right.
They got every rock song under the sun.
And then we can have it play out through the entire episode like New Jack would.
But that does it for this week's episode of Hot Mimosa Time Machine. So we have successfully figured out how Roman Reigns would play out in the Golden Era, getting between Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. We figured out how Eddie Guerrero would tour the Indies and give us all those dream matches, comedy and serious alike. And then we figured out how Abyss would destroy the roster before going to TNA in ECW. And granted, the roster would destroy itself by 2000, but he'll destroy what's left. That is one of the worst roster downgrades I've ever seen. Like, 98 was stacked. 2000 was sad. But with that said, let's get into these plugs. Mike, can we find you anywhere yet?
Nope, leave me alone.
I hate this man. Can you tell him about 37 shows?
You can catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. Catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's. And you can also catch Unbiased. You'll see TK throw a little you like this on the same channel. And you can also catch Hood Movie Review or review. I can't speak. Review all your favorite and not so favorite Hood movies. Yeah. What movie were we doing next? How to Be a Player is the next one we're doing. So check that one out for my favorite movies of all time. And you can also catch Not a Real Court, where we argue things like best vegetable, shit like that. And you can also catch Geek in the Motherfucking Sheets, where we talk all things anime, Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, all that shit.
I gotta say, we gotta have somebody on comments duty. Damone said when I was talking about Spike Dudley, John trying to have himself beat Abyss.
Yeah, we should put that on screen.
Yeah,
I don't got the controls of that, buddy.
I put it on screen.
Yeah, he put on screen, and I read off.
And
what
he
it-
said
Oh.
something. Right.
Damn. All right, Mike was on top of good stuff. I just didn't see it. I was too locked in. But if you want to catch me anywhere, the best place to do so would be on Dropkick. You can catch both the Book It playlist and the Little X Fudge playlist, or you can catch me on Blue Sky occasionally bullshitting. I'll probably be all in live skying ? I don't know what they call the verb for that. But I'm going to all in. I will mention it frequently. And if Moxley retains, I will be a part of a riot that gets me killed. With that being said, that's been an episode of Book It. See ya.
Bye.